Thanks for showing up. We're going to make a budget today. First thing you're going to need is some paper and a pencil or whatever you like to write with. And we're going to make a list of some of your bills. Share some reasons today on why I make a budget. I make a budget for controlling what happens to my money and spending it wisely and creating a savings. I'm also making sure I'm not working harder to buy things I don't need, because I don't like that. Also, budgeting is going to keep me out of debt because I know how much I want to work and I know how much I can afford, which keeps me from borrowing money. I don't like to pay debt. I don't like to pay interest or credit cards or loans. I don't like that. So I choose to do things to avoid that. I do make a budget. I don't just make a budget of my monthly expenses or my weekly expenses or whatever. I make a budget of the entire year. And I break it down monthly, but I'm still making a budget for the entire year so that I know where my money's going in the long run. It's not the short time frames. It's for years, right? My budget is going to be wildly different than your budget because we have different things going on. Everybody has different things going on. Like some people have kids, some people don't. Some people have a mortgage, some people rent, some people have pets, some people don't. Everything's going to be different, but you do have basics that you need. A simple list you can start with could be like a basic list of bills that you would have, probably no matter what, right? Now this list for me as well is I'm single and you might not be single. So there might be two incomes. There might only be one. Here's the list that you could start out with. Again, if you have some paper, you can write this down. Here's a simple list to read off just to get you started. Rent, phone, food, utilities, renter's insurance, if you go to the salon, car insurance, car fuel, car maintenance, car registration, gifts you might buy, any medical bills, an emergency savings, and a regular savings. That's a generic list. That's not going to be your list exactly. It's just something to get you started or give you ideas on what you need to budget. I think budgeting is important not only to keep you out of debt, afford things on your own, but also to know where your money's going and is it worth it? Or is it a choice? Or is it a requirement? You know, is it basic needs or is it wants? And the reason that's important is because overconsumption is a thing. Running out of space to store your overconsumption is a thing. And working more hours or working longer in your life in order to pay for this consumption is a thing. And so choices end up being really important. And in the long run, it can add up to large amounts of money. I'm going to make more videos like this. I want to talk about budgeting, money, and personal growth. Let me know if you like this video and let me know what topics you want to hear about.